What's up everybody, happy Saturday. We are back for another Sprite weekend event, and I'm going to be showing you guys the best path to farm these brand new Holo Sprites, or even try to get your very first Galaxy or 0-point Sprites. Feel free to check out either my first or my second video, and I want to give a huge shout out to NoTrainer2298 on Reddit for this specific path that we're going to be trying out today. Alright, so dropping in, we're going to want to go up to the Lifty Lodge, and you're going to want to land at the main lodge building right here in the back side. We're going to land on the roof in the attic. Now, similar to my last guide that starts at Lifty Lodge, instead of starting at the south one by that launch pad, the reason I think this one you want to start at the top side is because I just realized if you do get a rare one, like just like this, we can land right here. This one is getting taken, sadly. Oh, just kidding. We ended up getting that one. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. End up running down here. We got the what's it called? We got the Sprite. I'm gonna meet this guy over at this next building, and we're gonna go straight for this top window right here, and this is where we're gonna find that Sprite chest if it spawned. Unfortunately, it was already taken, so that's all right. We can either kill someone and get the Sprite that's here. Oh, there's a Sprite for us. But what I was saying earlier before I got distracted was if you land up here first and you get one of those two Sprite chests and you get like a super rare one, you can get a really good head start on leveling it up because this is the biggest building. However, it doesn't really matter which one you start at, but this is what I'm rocking for this video. So after landing up there and getting those two chest sprites, you want to drop down below. You can loot these chests if you have a really rare one like I do. I have a level 1 gold fire sprite, so I might want to level that up a little bit by opening these containers. We are already looking amazing on level, but the reason you land here is for this launch pad, so you can launch pad to the complete west side of Lifty Lodge. And if you go to the very bottom of the ski lift, I do believe it might be easy just to hit the ski lift from the top and glide down. This is where you're going to see Sprite chest number 3. I'm going to use our shockwave to get up there. And there we go. We got a demon punk sprite or just a regular punk sprite. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and drop my minis for that. And if you have a vault key, you can go to this building right here. But if you don't have a vault key, you're going to want to move on to the next spot, which is going to be that south launch pad I mentioned before. And the best way to do that is to pretty much zip line as high as you can. And then we're going to shockwave down and glide over to that launch pad. Right over there is where that next sprite chest is going to be. Go to about right here. Throw the shockwave. Flying down, and look at the Sprite chest still available. That's crazy. See, not a lot of people are going to be running around this one, so unless someone lands directly on it, there's a good chance this one's going to last the entire spawn. Another gold water sprite. I'm pretty sure I already have that one, but just in case, I'm going to pick it up so I can collect it. You never know. Staying stocked up on medkits because you want to. If you're going to be on a Sprite game, you never know when you're going to get stuck in the storm. You always got to have those extra heals. Oh my god, light out. Now, even though I got a little bit distracted with these level ups, the next one we're going to want to go to is actually this island up here with the 2 broken houses. As we hit level 3 with our Sprite, go ahead and use your shockwave to get up on this building over here. We're going to move slightly northeast to get to these 2 broken buildings. A little bit of a different path than usual, but it's because I got distracted with that lag spike. Now that we've made it over to the buildings, you want to look behind the red house because there might be a Sprite chest right next to the yellow crane. And there you have it. It's right here, guys. So we're going to open that up. Maybe get another rare one. Nope, but that's okay. Once again, if you have a vault key, you can enter this little greenhouse because there is a vault chest in there, but we don't have the vault key, so we have to move on. From this spot, we're going to go down slightly to the southeast, and we're going to go to that little gas station looking building once again. I call a lot of these buildings gas station buildings, but I think that's just because these buildings were put in places where gas stations used to be, and like that's all I can think of. And you would want to make your way to the top of this building. However, it does look like there is no Sprite chest this time. I'm still going to check just in case. Maybe we missed it. There is no Sprite chest right here, guys. It's usually right here. So if there's nothing here, you can move on to the next spot, which is going to be just south of here. We're going to go down to the Battlewoods sign, and behind the big tree should be another chest Sprite. But first, I'm going to open up some containers while we're here. And while I'm hitting this med kit, the Battlewoods sign is going to be just northeast of the Battlewoods section itself, roughly around this area. We're about to head over there. Make your way behind the Battlewoods sign, and you will notice right on this giant tree if there is a purple chest there or not, but we're able to move on now, and you want to go to the east, and we're going to go to the top of the snow mountain. You might need to shockwave off the mountain to get up to the top of this mountain here, and like I said before, it's very, very helpful if you can get a vehicle somewhere along the lines. almost made our way to the top of the mountain. I'm hoping we see a Sprite chest up here. We do not, so we can instantly hit the launch pad and move on to the next spot, which is gonna be this ramp right over here. Wait, just kidding. Before we go to this ramp, which is probably holding our next chest sprite, you want to drop down to Latte Landing, and right on the corner of this brick building is going to be another one. However, because it's all looted up, I'm sure it's not here. We're still going to check either way. Break into the attic of this very first building, and this is where it should be. Pop that med kit, grab another one if you can, and start running northeast or southeast. Sorry, we're going to make our way to that car ramp now. Alright, hit the zip line if you need to. How are we gonna get up here? We got no shockwave for 20 seconds. No, it didn't, so we have to keep on, moving south. You guys have seen this one before. Once you get to that car ramp chest, you're gonna wanna move south and get to like this, I don't know if you'd call this like the power grid place or like where the zip lines go, but in between this brick wall right here is where the next chest sprite should be. And it is not on top of this building right here. It would normally be right on top. So if you do not see it, you are ready to move on to the final 2 spots on this path. And that's gonna be right here in Wonky Land by the fountain area, or by the little square boxed in area. I'll show you guys once we get over there. But as you can see, very, very important. We are still opening all the containers and chests that we can on the way so we can level up this rare sprite that we picked up. And now I'm not gonna lie, I have personally never seen this spawn myself, but I believe it's somewhere right under this wonky wheel area. We're gonna walk through and look for it for just a second. We're running through. I'm hoping we can find it somewhere. It doesn't look like it's underneath. However, it could be normally right here. It just may not have spawned in this game. However, the one I do know the location of, the very last one on this path, you're gonna need to get to the top of the roller coaster right here. So let's try to use the shockwave, see if we can get up here. No, can we run up the slide, chat? Can we run up the slide? We can barely make it up the slide. So once you're at the very top of the slide, you're gonna wanna land like literally at the very, very top. And I believe if you break these walls in, this is gonna be the secret location of another chest sprite. Yep, it's gonna be right here. This is normally where it is. However, we weren't lucky enough to see it spawn in this game. But that's it right there, chat. We went all the way from the top of Lifty Lodge to the west, back to the middle, down south. We went up to this little island right here that has 2 chest spawns. We dropped down through Battlewoods, made our way over through the bridge up to the snowy mountain. We hit up Latte Landing, we did the S-curved road, and then we ended it in Wonky Land. There is a possible 12 to 13 chests you can hit on this path, and I believe if you're stocked up on heals and mobility, this is going to be a great one for you guys to farm those rare sprites. As long as you got one of these portable extractors, it's not going to matter where you end up, because as you can see, just like me, you can save your spot and extract a rare sprite. Make sure you check out my other Sprite Path videos and see which one suits you best, and I can't wait to see you on the live stream tonight. Peace out.